Hey guys, my name is Obi and I'm part of a Minecraft build team for the latest upcoming MMO RPG for Minecraft, and without further ado, welcome to Aurafall. Alright guys, so we've gotten a lot done since the last build episode, just to kind of go over some different things with you. Now you can join me on Mixer, look me up on Mixer and you can actually watch me while I'm actually working on these projects, and it's going to be, just look up OB1 Dragonborn on Mixer, so that's OB the number 1 Dragonborn, B-O-R-N, on Mixer, and you guys can check me out while I'm actually building these projects, and we're going to have some cool background music and everything going on. So, but anyway, show you guys what I've gotten done since the last episode. We finished up the meadery, went ahead and finished the exterior portion of this and the basement. Now this area here is basically just kind of a gather area, little parties. They can go through and sample out their mead and throw these giant parties. We've got a little stage back over here for them. People can, play their lutes and flutes and harps and violins, whatever they want to play. Now down in the basement area here, we've got the storage for the mead, just kind of mead storage everywhere. We've got kegs back here over this way as well. If you head back here, just kind of stuff everywhere. And I need to go in and add some like mini kegs back in here. I didn't think about that while I was building this. And then back over here we have the room for the apprentice. So this is where the apprentice would be sleeping, and just kind of doing his thing. And then as he comes out to work, he'll make his way through the basement. Kind of feel bad for him. It's a little cold and damp down here, but we will kind of head on up here. And this area over here, I went ahead and added in a nice little stable with a horse here. We're going to name him George just because it's a cool name. So say hello to George. If you head back over here, we've got a little fishing pond, little gathering area for people to kind of come out here and hang from, maybe from the village. We've got a nice little fire here, a little bonfire with some seating over this way, kind of pressing back against this rock. So, oops. So that fire would basically kind of press against this rock here and just kind of hold this heat in here. We've got a nice little hanging swing here, nice little like tree swing, so people can kind of come up, they're swinging, relaxing. You've got people fishing from the dock over here. I can imagine just kids out here playing and stuff. Now over this way, not too far away, is actually going to be some beehives. Kind of working with what I have here. Don't have the best textures for it, but I think they came out well for what I have. Got beehives, a lot of just jugs and stuff down here. We've got a lot of these little flower pots. I kind of used them as cups and basically for the honey and stuff like that for the meadery. So this is a nice little park area for people to kind of come out and relax and enjoy over here while they're actually partying and hanging out. And then I went ahead and pushed back the crops so that way they weren't so, pushed in on here. Kind of did a mock version of a road, not quite finished yet on that. We're going to go in and we'll finish that later. Now, if we head over this way, as you can tell from the last episode, if you guys didn't see that, you need to go back and watch it. You guys will see some subtle differences here. I went through and retextured a lot of the buildings here to kind of blend them together. There's still some stuff that needs to be done with them, but they are blending in quite well. Added in a nice little well here as well. See, well as well. But there's a little well here, and then if you do happen to fall in, because again, this is going to be an RPG server that you're going to be able to play on, that people are going to be playing on. So if somebody's curious and they're like, oh, what's this? And then they kind of plop down in here and they're like, oh crap, there's really no way to get back up that way. So what I did was I went ahead and made a little tunnel out here with a ladder that you can actually kind of make your way up in case you get stuck, because we don't want anybody getting stuck and having to get a hold of an admin and get ported out. So we don't want that. But if we head inside here, this is a tavern that I went ahead and completely textured up on the inside. So we've got just seating and food and just kind of drinks and stuff all over the place. We've got looks like some mead. We'll say mead instead of wine because the other gentleman that I did an interview with the other day, he's making the winery, and then we'll head up this way here, and this is going to be some rooms back in here. Again, just more seating here. We put a little couch here. Got some nice paintings on the wall. This is a pretty decorative place. This is going to be kind of festive and lively. And then we've got the rooms back here, just small rooms, nothing too major. I think there's only a couple of them in this one. It's a pretty small build. ultimately, but it came together well. And then of course we've got the giant chimney kind of coming out, and we've got a fire here, and then you can kind of see it from this angle as well. Now if you head out back, this is not quite finished yet. I'm going to add in some kegs and stuff back here. Actually kind of open this up a little bit and add some kegs and stuff back here, but I decided to do an outdoor instead of having an indoor kitchen for them to be able to make food. I did an outdoor area here, so we've got a nice little fire pit and some ham and stuff cooking up here, some meat, and then over here of course they've got some preparation areas, a couple of pots here for making various soups and stews and stuff like that. They've got some recipes kind of just hanging here, so just different things for them to be able to kind of cook and work on out here. Now let's head back through here real quick, and we will head up the stairs here. And then over this way. So back over this way, they were originally planning on making this a what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh yeah, they're gonna make this like a storage warehouse. Well, I decided to add on to the tavern and just kind of build a separate little house over here, kind of built in. And I may close this little gap up here to make it look like it's one giant building. But I made a little bakery back in here, and I'll kind of show you guys around. So we'll go upstairs first, kind of get the boring stuff out of the way. So this is just basically going to be a living area. We've got a couple couches here, a little study nook. Maybe a couple people can kind of sit down here and, just chit chat. We've got a small room here, and then we've got one over here as well, another small room. And then back in here, we've got a little storage area. Nothing too major up here. And then if we head back downstairs, we actually have a small bakery. So now the oven's pretty cool. It's actually a walk-in oven, so they would actually walk in here, and this whole area would be pretty heated up. And I would imagine they would have something to kind of pull down here and be able to close this up. I'm not sure. I may go back and retexture this and kind of figure that out. But we've got a little seating area here for them. Maybe if they're writing down or coming up with recipes, they can do that there. Over here is where people would place orders. They can kind of come here and place their order there. And then back in this area is going to be the actual kitchen for them to be able to prep dough and different things like that. Or, maybe they're prepping fruits and stuff like that to add into pies or something like that. And then we have a little storage nook back here. But for the most part, that's going to kind of clear up this area here. Other than that, I just went through and retextured a lot of the roofs. You can kind of see the old roofs used to look like this, just kind of basic and plain. And then I went through and retextured them all to pretty much kind of follow the same pattern. This one still needs some work. And then we need to do this one here and then this one in the back. But everything's kind of coming together here. Still a little bit of work I need to do with the walls right through here, kind of the little fence right there. Another little fence right here. We need to go through and remove just these simple blocks and then still add the road in. But I decided to take a break from this area, and we moved on back over. I will show you here. We moved on to Port Vallon, which we've kind of somewhat shown it, but we haven't really talked about it too much. I did quite a bit of work here on the Xbox One version. We added the ships in. I did the docks down here. We did a lot of this, just a lot of work. And I started going through and retexturing the ship here. Whenever we ported it over from the Xbox One version to the Windows 10, a lot of the half slabs and buttons and things got messed up. And then I decided to add some new things in. So I will kind of show you guys what I did here with this ship. So first things first, I decided to add a little bit of seating up here. And then we have a wheel here. I think Joe's actually working on a texture for an actual wheel, so that's gonna be kind of cool to see that into place. And then we added just various blocks, some new blocks in through here. And then if we head down in, I think we might be finished with the captain's cabin here. Not quite sure if I'm finished with this yet, or if I'm going to come back in and add some more textures. I mean, this closet's pretty dull. I can add some new things in now. I decided to kind of make this pretty lively. This is a trading ship. It's not like a pirate ship, so it's not going to be dark and arg and all of that. This is a trader ship. So now the captain back here, he's going to be a pretty rich man, so he's got some nice stuff and nice floors and some nice armor here, and he's got his own little bed back in here with some kind of curtains, and then of course he's got his own little meal area here as well. Now down in the bottom part of the deck, we have the beds for the crew here, just kind of strewn about right through here. Back in this area, we have the valuable ore, like the gold and the lapis and stuff like that, back in this area here. And then we just have storage just kind of strewn about. And then we have some seating here as well for them to be able to kind of come down here and eat whenever they're not working or doing their stuff. Back in this area, we have a galley. Pretty big galley, just filled with different types of fruits and foods and stuff like that back in this area. And this is where they would prep all the food and cook it and stuff. Now, if we head down to the bottom floor, we have more storage down here, and this is going to be the primary storage area. I may add some more rooms and stuff down in here. Not sure about that yet. I might see if I can find an actual plan for a real ship to kind of come through here and add some different things in. But then I added a little brig back in here, so this is just kind of a brig back here. Just some hay down on the floor, and then we have some shackles for if somebody wanted to be shackled to the wall here. So and nothing too major with this, but that's kind of wrap up what we've finished on the last few parts of the build. Hope you guys are liking this. If you guys are, please leave me some comments. Let me know if there's anything that you guys would like to see in future builds. The next area that I'm going to be working on, we're going to probably be touching this up on the next part of the next stream that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing this here, and then of course over in this area there's a lot of work that needs to be done. We need to add in another dock area kind of coming up to that ship there, and then back over in here looks like somebody's been doing some work that looks a little slightly different from what it looked like last time. And then, I think this is a little bit more closed off than it was before as well. I don't remember this house being here. I may move this. That's kind of nifty. It's actually all broken down and decrepit looking, so that's kind of cool. Let me go take a look at this real quick, actually. Is there a doorway to get in here? This actually looks pretty cool. Okay, so it's just cobwebs and stuff up there. I mean, pretty generic build. Still like it. What I might actually end up doing is removing this portion here and then maybe adding a prison area in here, something like that. And then what I'm thinking about doing is we're going to need to go through and we need to add in we got kind of like a basic mine back in here. Nothing too major going on, so we might have to do some work with this back in here. Not sure what people have been working on, but we're going to add some stuff back in here and see if we can kind of mess with this here. And then what I'm also thinking about doing is, and I might need to okay this one with Joe. I'm sure he'll say something about it in the comments for me. But this is a pretty large kind of mountain area over here. And I'm thinking, okay, so what would bring these people to this exact location to build a city? And of course we have the mine back in here, but the biggest issue with this that I'm seeing is natural water. Like, this place is going to need some kind of natural water. Now, we do have a well here that I built previously. Now we need to go back in and add some water through here. And I had a nice little nook down in here that you could kind of drop down in here, and they kind of went into like a thieves den, and then connected. Actually, you could actually walk out here. I need to fix this since we ported it over. It kind of got messed up, but you could actually walk up underneath here, and then there was a doorway that went and down up underneath there. So I need to get that fixed up, but water is going to be a major source. What I'm thinking about doing away from the mine, maybe over in this area, is have some kind of a natural running water source. We could even do it over on this side and then have it kind of come around, maybe cut through here. Maybe there's like a little canyon that cuts through here and then comes out this other side over here. And then of course we have this greenery area, so maybe it can kind of come down and work its way down through here. Because we're going to need some kind of natural water source for this area. And of course, that would kind of add in the effect of the aqueduct up underneath this area, and that would attract people, and then we could have a little bit more greenery around here as well. But I think that's going to go ahead and wrap up this episode, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the build episodes. And like I said, please come check us out on Mixer. I'm going to be trying to stream 2 to 3 times a week. But we'll kind of see how that goes depending on how popular that is. We may not stream if it doesn't take off very well. We may just continue with just the build videos, but the build videos are definitely going to still come and kind of keep you guys tied in on what's going down in between streams. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Until next time, this is Obi signing out.